Hello guys, and in this series we are going to see the question which asked in the 2021 Krok examination, and here I am going to give you the easiest explanation which you can apply to the further question. So let's begin. Here basically it's going to be conceptual, and also mnemonics and tricks will be available, so it's up to your comfort that how you want you can use it. As in my last video or in last section I have explained the first question with the example of 2010 to 2021 which asked from the topic amyloidosis. So those who don't know or willing to see this explanation, they can go to my previous video, right? So we will move to the next question. Yeah. Question says that examination of the person standing upright shows that oxygen partial pressure in the apical alveoli of the lung is 140 mmHg because of these lung segments. So the way how you can approach this question, it is, so first of all you should what you have to do, as I told you, you have to highlight those things or underline those things which give you the question concept. Okay, here oxygen partial pressure is given. Okay, apical alveoli lung segment, it is given 140. So in the options, because these lung segments, it is asking as per initial information physiology, right? So the next one, what you are going to do, first you should know what is a perfusion, what is a ventilation, because in all four options you can see it is mentioned, right? So here easiest way that when how you can know, I mean how you can remember it, that what is perfusion and what is ventilation. What is ventilation? Okay, then you will go for the gas segment. Here easily everyone knows that what is the ventilation. Ventilation is the air from outside to alveoli. This whole journey of air from outside or dry air from external resources or external environment to the alveoli, that is known as ventilation. And similarly perfusion is from that gas from inside tissue to alveoli. So how you can easily remember that what is a perfusion and ventilation? Everyone says that there is not proper ventilator, or it's not that patient is on the ventilator, or there is not proper ventilation. So whenever that ventilation term is given, so it is external source. And perfusion, simply you can similarly you can correlate with the diffusion. Okay, passive diffusion. So here what you have to know, that the question is asking that oxygen partial pressure of apical alveoli 140 mmHg and person is standing upright. Every time within the question you see the normal physiology. In that moment there is no pathological disease condition, just consider the normal physiological phenomena. You don't have to go for the pathological. But here if you want to go and want to cross check yourself, what you should know, you should know first the gas transport in human body. Okay, what is the basic concept of gas transport? Here diffusion take place. What is diffusion? It is a passive process, means no ATP required. In passive process there is present of gradient. What does it mean, gradient? From high to low, always it is going to flow. It is a universal phenomena according to physics, that is spontaneity being increased, right? So you don't have to confuse yourself with this thing. It is a normal simple thing. Okay, now in human being, what is the gaseous correlation? Simply that suppose that a person is standing A person is standing here, and outside there is air. How it will go inside? By our breathing. And when that air goes to lung, what they have to do? They have to do simply passive process, diffusion. And if there will be no gradient, how they will just simply diffuse? That's why always and always we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, no? So you have to keep in mind always partial pressure of oxygen is outside more, and CO2 it is less. Only then it is normal condition. So now if those who want to remember it, for there just I want to give you simply thing that you remember this thing, right? That oxygen partial pressure outside is more, and oxygen partial pressure uh, inside is less. Here it is opposite. Okay, that simple, only this thing. Here I did not tell you any numerical value, and it is going to solve the question. How? You see here, person is standing upright, and it shows that oxygen partial pressure apical alveoli is 140 mmHg. If you are fear of that, I don't remember that how I should go. Simply say there is no any kind of disease, it's normal physiology. That moment you have to remember, it is a basic science, I mean basic medical science terminology, that perfusion, what is perfusion, what is ventilation. If you don't know even that moment, how you can go ventilation, just correlate with the other normal things. Ventilation simply it is air where outside, when we talk about this room is ventilated, or windows are for the ventilation in the room. So every time it is external environment, that moment oxygen partial pressure is high, only then the diffusion or passive transport of gas going to take place. So here what you have to keep in mind, what you have to go, how you have to go. It has been given that no pathological condition. So uh, no pathological condition. So simply it is going to be like, if there is no pathological condition, so you don't have to touch a pathological option. No ventilation occur. Okay, perfusion and ventilation balanced. Perfusion exceed ventilation, ventilation exceed perfusion. That moment it by this you can go simply that here person is standing, oxygen partial pressure and apical alveoli is given, no any environmental difficulty. So simply there will be more oxygen outside, or that person is consuming more oxygen. And if more oxygen, that here it is going to be high ventilation. So this one is going to be answer. But for those students who want to remember this concept, I mean numerical concept, so for numerically what you have to keep in mind, that outside oxygen partial pressure, which is supposed to be less. Okay, just remember it is 0.2. O2 will be around 140 to 160. Further it goes, it will it is the outside dry air. And when it goes inside, further while going inside, it will be where it will go, it is outside. Next will be alveoli, then it will go to the artery, then it will go capillary or tissue, then it will go vein, further it will come alveoli, and from alveoli it will go outside. Okay, so here partial pressure of gases in alveoli, just remember it will keep going down, it oxygen, and carbon dioxide will be keep going upside. Okay, so it is 0.2. Further inside CO2 and O2. It is going to be down, so it will go 100 and it is 40. In artery, similarly, CO2 will be continued because there will be minute difference only, so it will be 40 and 100 only. In capillary, there is more metabolic excretion, that's why oxygen will be less than 40 and CO2 will be more than 45 or 46. In vein, similarly, oxygen will be less than 40 and CO2 will be equal or more than 46 mmHg. So here in return, what will be there? CO2 will be around CO2 is going to be around more than 50 and oxygen less than 40. When it will go outside, that moment is normal. In normal, there is when you correlate with the normal, like it is a normal outside and it is inside. So inside there is oxygen partial pressure, outside is more, inside less, so that here it will go in this direction, and here it is more and it is less, so CO2 will go this direction. This is the normal concept behind this question. Hope you will be able to solve this question. And now the next one. Next question says, yeah, it says in the 1970, scientists determined the severe cases of neonatal jaundice caused by disturbed conjugation of the bilirubin in hepatocyte. Conjugation of bilirubin in hepatocyte. What substance is used to conjugate formation? Now look first, let's see the option section. Conjugate formation, it is talking about. Now what is the basic thing which you should know? Neonatal jaundice, conjugation, hepatocyte. Going through the optional elimination, if you see lactic acid in body, pyruvic acid, sulfuric acid never form in the body, so you have to just remove this option. It is not going to be answer at any cost. Okay, lactic acid, pyruvic acid, uric acid and glucuronic acid. Simply glucose in the cytoplasm, glucose degrades to form pyruvic acid in the presence of oxygen, lactic acid in the absence of oxygen. I told you in my class, simply only remember this thing. You don't have to go any other thing to pyruvic acid and lactic acid. So just remember pyruvic acid and lactic acid, they are from the glucose metabolism. Okay, here it is talking about jaundice, conjugation of bilirubin. Every time whenever you see the jaundice yellow color, so I remember my trick, what I told you, that hemoglobin degrade to form heme part. Sorry, this is the another thing. Hemoglobin degrade to form the biliverdin and it further goes to form the bilirubin. Bilirubin, when actually they excrete, right, means go outside of body. When they present where? In a stool, or they will present in urine. Urine, it is start from the U, so name urobilinogen. Okay, a stool, it is start from S, so name will be, it is just mnemonics, tricks to remember, stercobilin. Okay, and simply hemoglobin is have two form. It has been given in the question that in when in class I told you similarly, like jaundice three type. What are those three types? Obstructive, sorry, you just remember, I think this will be better if it is liver. Okay, jaundice are simply divided, what you have to keep in mind, at three level. This is going to be Prehepatic means before hepatic, it is hepatic, it is post hepatic. Okay, for the detailed explanation I will give you in my video, but here what you have to keep in mind that according to normal, actually here I'm just telling you those things which is important, and later I will I explain already in you I have already explained you in my class that reticuloendothelial cell, simply you remember RBC form. Okay, just let me quickly explain it. And RBC further give heme, and heme it degrade to form bilirubin. Okay, it all things, everything, it is where it is formed, bone marrow. Further it goes, bilirubin goes to the, like it in the blood stream. Further it goes from blood stream to liver. From liver it goes to the gut, and gut it go to, it excretory system. Excretory system I explained you already. Okay, here when it goes to the blood stream, in blood it there is transported. It is very important to keep in mind, because albumin it help to transport, never take the answer, glucuronic acid. Okay, now another thing that that bilirubin in blood stream, here it transports simply. Okay, there is bilirubin, it is going to be transport, like you can remember it like there is one vehicle whose name is albumin. It pick up the bilirubin molecule and drop to the gate of liver. Okay, that is the only function of the albumin here. But question point of view, it is very important. So here you can see now our hero molecule bilirubin, and it is not any kind of in any kind of bonding. You can see it is bachelor, that's why it is unconjugated. Okay, but later it is when it goes inside liver, hepatocyte cells have UDP, glucorenal transferase. They are from UDP, glucuronic acid. Okay, you can correlate name pyruvic acid. That's why here it conjugate with this thing, and now it has happy couple life, that is conjugated. Then it goes to the gut, and from gut it like there is gut bacteria, they act over this molecule, because like you can remember it like they get aged. When they act over them, they die in the form of here stercobilin and urobilin in urine. That is a simple concept behind this question. So let's come back. Actually I give you all explain every point, every stage is important from question point of view, and I do not want you to be like remember only one question, and from this concept you can solve almost every kind of question from jaundice. Okay, type of jaundice based I will explain in another question, and here I am covering, and that will be the half part. It is only half part and half part, so don't worry. You have to either it is from pathology, physiology, microbiology, you will be able to solve every kind of question from only this concept. because this will be in the microbiology. You will learn this, you will learn in physiology, this you will learn in microbiology, gut bacteria, this you will learn in biochemistry. So I gave you everything in one place. Okay, now in the question you can simply go this option, gluconic acid. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Here I think it's going to be lengthy video, so I will explain you in the next section. Thank you.